Hello everybody, welcome to Monday Morning Must Knows. My name is Merlin Rothfeld. Here are 3 things to pay attention to for the upcoming trading week. Now the first thing we're going to look at, we haven't really talked too much about on this show, but it's about manufacturing. More specifically, it's the Flash Manufacturing PMI. Now what does that mean? It basically is a survey of about 800 different managers, and they say, here's our thoughts on production, inventories, employment, and just basically prospects going forward. Right now we're seeing unbelievable levels, the highest we've seen in over a decade. Notice the trajectory. It's been a very sharp angled move up. We were a few months ago, back in 2020, we were well below that 50 mark, which means contraction. Right now, it's anticipating expansion and at a pretty good rate. You'll notice the most recent numbers at 59. The expectations are we're actually going to be a little bit higher than this. Now, this is a stark contrast because a lot of people are saying the economic data is terrible for the U.S. We need more stimulus, more money pumped in. These numbers look pretty good, and it's not just America. Now, our numbers come out Friday at 9:45 Eastern Standard Time, but the rest of the world, do they manufacture? Of course they do. And here's when they're reporting, and it's all on Friday. You've got France, you've got Germany, you've got the EU overall, and then the UK reporting. And notice those times. There's about a 15-minute differential between them, or a half-hour differential, but a lot of manufacturing numbers coming out on Friday afternoon, which should cause some excitement. Number 2 on our list, we're going to talk about the greenback, the U.S. dollar. We don't talk about it enough. I think we should talk about it more. Why? Well, the dollar has been in a very interesting situation recently. We'll start things off by looking at the monthly chart of the U.S. dollar. You can see here, it's been in a pretty pronounced slide since the pandemic started, which is on the left-hand side of the screen. Now, a weakening dollar is a good thing for our markets. The more the dollar falls, the stronger those markets become. It's a good thing to have a weak dollar. But notice on the right-hand side of your screen, it's been slightly curling up. Now, a technician would tell you that's still a downtrend. Yes, but let's look at the daily time frame here. That daily is showing us that we actually are starting to make higher highs and higher lows. And we are coming right back down into an area of demand where there might be a pause in this current sell-off. What does this mean for us going forward? Well, the dollar is a driver for our markets. The weak dollar is great for our economy. A strong dollar starts to slow it down a little bit. Right now, we see markets at all-time highs, and the dollar is sliding. But if it bounces off this demand level, maybe next week, maybe the week after, and starts to rally back up, that could put a little bit of a pinch on this current market trajectory to the upside. And finally, it's earnings season. Last week, we saw some phenomenal numbers reported by Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and Wells Fargo. Those were great numbers. We'll see if that trend continues. Let's see what we got cooking for Monday. We'll start things off. There's 326 companies reporting this week. Remember, last week it was only 39. It's going to get hot and heavy in the coming weeks here with regards to the number of companies reporting. Monday kicks us off with International Business Machines. I should have a dramatic behemoth sound to that one. We've got Coca-Cola. You have the troubled United Airlines, although the stock's been looking pretty good, and Steel Dynamics. So Monday kicks off with 4 pretty decent companies. And mind you, there are a lot more than what I'm showing here. These are just the big names. Tuesday brings Johnson & Johnson, Netflix, Lockheed Martin, Procter & Gamble, Intuitive Surgical, Abbott Labs, and Philip Morris. You've got pretty much the whole spectrum of our economy on Tuesday. Wednesday brings in more big names like Verizon, Lam Research, Ericsson, Kimberly-Clark, Halliburton, and Chipotle, a staple of my diet, I might say. Thursday brings you AT&T, Intel Corporation, Snap, which is Snapchat, Valero, American Airlines, and Southwest. So I guess we could call this Airlines Week with United Airlines, American, and Southwest. Now, Friday is usually very light. It is as well this week, but there are some big names. You've got Schlumberger, American Express, Honeywell, and Kimberly-Clark rounding out your earnings. It is going to be a very busy week, but we got a lot of great stuff to look at from manufacturing, the U.S. dollar, earnings, and much, much more. We'll see you next week.